Hi everybody, it's Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. Yay! It's day 10 of our Amish bread starter. So what are we going to do? Well, let's get started here on what we do on day 10. We take Avery right here. Okay, I'm going to do a little mushing and mixing her up just to make sure she's good and mixed up real well. As you could tell, I've lost my little friend. She's gonna say hi. She's sick. She's been at her mom's. She's had all kinds of other stuff going on, but she's just been sick. So we're gonna keep her laying down in the living room after she says hello to everybody.
Do you guys want to see Penelope?
She's asking if you want to see Penelope. Now, when you do this, you need to put your stuff in a non-metal bowl. I'm hoping this bowl is going to be big enough because this is the only non-metal bowl that I have other than this little guy. So anyway, we put our Amish starter in there. I'm going to throw this away so I don't have it all over the place. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a half a cup of flour and a half a cup of sugar and a half a cup of milk. Okay? So now what this is going to do, and see how it's all bubbly and all that kind of good stuff. That's exactly what we want. Just a second and I'll lift it. Oh, let's just spill sugar everywhere. See how bubbly it is? Right there. Okay. So there's our half a cup of sugar. I spilled sugar everywhere. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to divide this up into 4 starters, okay? And we will give those to some friends. Now, if you don't have a friend, that sounds kind of bad. If you don't have a friend, or you don't have anybody that wants to share in your excitement of the Amish friendship bread, no worries. You can freeze a starter. You know what? You can throw it away. You know, when you're doing the sourdough thing, you're constantly throwing half of it away. So you can throw it away. I give you permission to throw your starters away if you want to throw them away, okay? So don't make a big deal about it if nobody else wants it. But I'm going to show you how you separate them all out. And I'm going to put, I'm probably going to toss 2 of them, to be honest with you. And then I may, I'll probably save 1 and put it in the freezer. Now, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, okay? When you give someone a starter, that's day 1, okay? When we started on day 1, remember, we did the flour, the yeast, and all that stuff. They don't have to do that, okay? They have done day 1. So when they get it, the day they get it, that's their day 1. You've already added stuff to it. You've already fed it. So they don't do anything to it until day 2, okay? And they start with the mushing process on day 2 and all that kind of stuff. Now, so sometimes it gets kind of confusing because day 10 is also day 1 on the starters, right? So just kind of mix this up real good here. Now, the recipe that I put at the end of the video yesterday was the recipe for the traditional friendship Amish bread that you make. It's almost like a coffee cake. It's cinnamony. It's very, very good. But you can do all kinds of things. There's all kinds of recipes online to do different things with your starters, okay? You don't have to just do this particular one. Also, the recipe that I put on there yesterday called for some vanilla pudding, instant vanilla pudding to put in there. Guess what? I don't have any. So I found another recipe that you can make that does not have the vanilla pudding in it. So that's what we're gonna make, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, you're just gonna take your bag. Probably if we were smart, and I'm not sure. Hey Lily, what's the date today? Okay, today is 1/22/25, okay? So I'm gonna write that on these. Okay, so that way we know. Now if you put this in the freezer, it'll keep, you know, just take it out, thaw it out, and then start with day 2. Okay? Now I know a lot of people will write the whole recipe on the front of their bags here and you know, do that kind of thing, which is perfectly fine. I will say this, your baggies do get a little sticky and stuff. So, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a cup. Let me rinse my little cup out here. And I'm just gonna use it. Let me dry it off. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my, I really need to have them lumps out of there, but that's okay. Look, I have some flour that was stuck to my spoon. Let's mix those in there. Always something, right? It doesn't stink, but it smells very yeasty, you know, so it does have an odor to it. Okay, so I'm gonna just sit that right there. Now I'm just gonna take this, you're gonna put 1 cup in each one, okay? I'm just gonna make this very simple, okay? My 1 cup is not quite up there to the top, so I'm gonna guess that's about 1 cup. I'm gonna come over here. If I'm off a little bit, it's off a little bit. Not that deep. No worries here. We don't worry about little things, okay? So there's that one. I'm gonna sit that in my bowl over there. And get the air out of that. Right there. There's your starter to give to one of your friends. It's a good idea to go ahead and print off the directions if you want to. You don't have to. You can tell them to, you just send it to them. You could send them over to my playlist on YouTube. You guys have been following along with me on YouTube. I have made a playlist with all these in it. So you can just go to my playlist that is the Amish Friendship Bread, and all the videos will play one right after the other. Skip over videos if you want to, because you know we spend most of the time smushing, right? Okay, so another cup in here. Okay. This is very messy, all right? So it's just part of the process of baking. Baking is a messy process, right? Okay. And then, you know, here we're gonna have to scoop up. We should have about a cup left in our bowl, and it looks like we do. Okay. Now, wish I could have done these without getting it all over the place, but it is what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna see if anybody in my family wants one of these starters before I, you know, just get rid of them. But I definitely am gonna freeze one. But like I said, it's not a big deal if you have to throw it away. Okay. So that was our 10 days. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here, and so I don't have real long videos, you know. And I'm gonna come back on, and we're gonna put the stuff together to bake it. Okay. And I am going a little rogue on mine because I only have 1 loaf pan, and it calls for 2. But I have a stone that has 4 smaller loaves on it. And I'm kind of guessing that this is the size of each of them's the size of a loaf pan. So I'm thinking if I just do it smaller, maybe cook it a little bit, not quite as long. So that's what I'm thinking there. So you guys, anyway, that was day 10 of the Amish bread. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time. And let's jump over and we'll do the baking video. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.